Hello everyone and welcome to the RNG University. On this week of Friday Night Explore, we're going to explore elves. I'm kind of running out of Explore decks to really try out that are still good. And so I'm going to try the Elves deck that I found that's kind of a mixture of the typical Elf Ball, but also with Mono Green Devotion. So here's how this deck works. In the early game, we have a lot of one-drop Elves. We have 4 Elvish Mystic, 4 Jaspera Sentinel, 4 Llanowar Elves. Then, in the 2-drop, we have Dynan's Elite. I don't know what that means, but basically it's a 2 elf package in 1. And then I fit in 4 Golgari for an additional elf that can get us treasure to help us cast black card, and also to get +1% counter to overrun our opponent. And of course we need to have the Leaf Crown Visionary to get card draws whenever we cast an elf spell. Now the reason why I have to add the Golgari is because there's a lot of elves from Kaldheim and before that I don't actually have. So it's not the perfect, quote-unquote perfect elf deck that you can see a lot online, and this is kind of the mixture of what is in today's sort of card pool. I do have a bunch of Circle of Dreams Druid, so I put that in the deck. It is not a legendary Druid or a legendary Elf, so we can add a bunch in the deck. And basically what he does is he's Gaia's Cradle on a stick. Then we have Shaman of the Pack, the namesake of the Golgari Elf. Basically, this card is what helps us win, right? Whenever it enters the battlefield, target opponent loses life equal to the number of elves we control. So if we can get a bunch of this out, if we have 10 elves and 2 of this, our opponent just dies. It's not the only win con, but it is a very effective win con. Of course, to bring it out, we have Collected Company. The must-have in this deck, basically look at the top 6 cards of our library, put up to 2 creature cards with mana value 3 or less onto the battlefield. So, Shaman of the Pack, Circle of the Druid, every other elf we have are mana value 3 or less. So if we hit those, well, guess what? They're coming in, Shaman of the Pack is going to deal damage. And then we have 2 Storm the Festival to fill out that additional lack of other elves that this deck kind of calls for. We don't have any other elves, so I don't want to go craft any cards, so I stick in Storm the Festival because that also can help us bring in Shaman the Pack. But Storm the Festival is 5 or less, or 5 drops or less, I think, which doesn't help us because we only have 3 drops. So it's not a very effective card, and that's why there's only 2 off in the deck. On the other hand, what is a very effective card? Nissa, the Ascended Animus. She can help us overrun our opponent because we have a bunch of forests, and we might be able to cast her for the full cost because we have a bunch of mana dorks. And the whole deck is basically mana dork because it's a shell of the Mono Green Devotion deck. So when the land base, we have 1 Boseiju, 13 forests, and then these are just the lands, the black-green lands I have, Darkboar Pathway and Llanowar Wastes, and then I have 2 Nykthos for the Devotion. Alright, so if you look at the land base, we have a total of 20 lands. And I kind of been trying to experiment with the tap lands, right? I had a black-green tap land that untaps if I have 2 or more lands. Doesn't work that well in this deck because I need to play 1-drops. I wish I had more Llanowar Wastes, but I don't. So, what set is this from? Come on. Yeah, this is from Brotherhood's War. Brotherhood's War, which I guess I didn't buy enough of those packs. Sorry, Wizard. And that's basically the deck list, right? That's the whole deck list. I don't know how good it is. I've been trying to play, just experiment with it, and so far I've kind of lost every game, except the last game, which is against Mono Red. So, I don't know. I can't say it's a good deck because, obviously, the Mono Green Devotion is a much better deck. But, I want this to work. This looks like it's fun, and it's very sort of tempo aggressive, and we need to be able to go first, which we won't. We definitely won't. But, yeah, see? We definitely won't. But I hope that the deck works. So let's keep, and let's try it out. Uh-oh. Already we're getting burned. We got a lot of elves. Let's put them out there. Whoa. Is he playing off 1 land? Oh, there it is. Oh no, attack! Can't block. Blah, blah, blah. Alright, so I want to play my Leaf Crown Visionary. But that means that I won't be able to, draw a card with the next play. Unfortunate, but you know what? It's good enough. This is turn 2, I have 5 power on board. You would think it's good, right? It's not good enough in a lot of situations. Alright, well, this is what happened when I don't run enough black. I could play Nissa and make a 4-4. How good is that versus just a bunch of elves? Let's just draw some cards. I don't know why I played a land that turn. Ah, Boseiju is pretty good. Yeah, I could have drawn a swamp and played the Shaman of the Pack, but I didn't draw a swamp, so it didn't matter. Thoughtseize. You might want that. Deadly Dispute. Okay, our opponent's trying to get treasure. And then they're bringing out the Greasefang. I honestly did not expect this to be a Greasefang deck. Ow. Alright, are we dead? Let's see here. We have 1, 2, 3. I could Nissa out right now, but the trample only gives +4/+4, right? So that means that this is going to be 5, 6, 7, or 5 plus 7, that's 12, plus 6. That's not lethal. If it's not lethal, it's not worth it. This does not do anything. And so ends the terror of my deck. These are flying angels we can't kill. So yeah, GG. I should have held up the Boseiju, but of course, I did not expect it to be a Greasefang deck. Without green too. What do you know? We had a good start. That was the best start I've ever gotten. But like I said, I've been trying this deck out a lot, and I don't think it's good enough. It's almost there, but Explorers kind of had that problem that Magic has for a while now, with a lot of cards that have too much synergy that basically whoever just kind of gets it off wins in like turn 2 or 3, right? That's see, we never get to go first, and that's kind of the problem. I guess I'll keep. It's not a good hand, but I'll keep anyways. The problem I have with Magic is that it's kind of turning into Yu-Gi-Oh! It's just unfortunate. It's just a game where you're not really playing against your opponent, you're playing against your deck. You know what I'm saying? It's just, if your deck decides you win, then you win. If your deck decides you lose, then you lose. It's an Angel deck, so we might have a chance if they're a little bit slower. Obviously, a big Angel's coming, but we're going to have a very big board next turn. Righteous? Okay, it's not that big of an Angel. I thought it would be bigger. Okay, so let me play the... Do I want to draw cards? Let's see, I need to count this out, right? So this +1 draw, and then I'm going to add the mana. I am going to play another elf, right? So let's decline for now. So I got, was it 5 mana? Okay, good. Okay, draw. Okay. Pay, draw. Okay, draw. Fantastic. Alright, so that's the power of the Leaf Crown Visionary. Gotta do the math right. And of course, Nykthos, the actual good card in the deck, right? I had to go craft this. This card, it's from Theros. There is no Theros pack. You cannot get this unless you craft it. This is how Arena gets you, you know? It peeves me to no end. Resplendent. Oh, look at that. So scary. You're gonna get your angels on. If he attacks, I can double block, but it doesn't do much if I do it. It doesn't do much, so I'll just take the damage. It's fine. His board's going to be pretty scary. I'll give him that. Okay, what do I want to do? Collect the company for 4, and then I'll have 4 more mana. 5 more mana, 6 more mana, 7 more mana for... Let's just play Nissa. So let's see, this is +2, right? So this is 4, 6, or 4, 8, 12, 13, 14, 15. I don't want to do the math. Is this lethal though? This does not have reach, so this is going to be 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Jesus, I can't do this. 4, 8, 12. So there's 6 creatures, or there's 6 creatures. 6 times 4 is 24. 24 trampled does not get us the game, so it's not technically lethal here, I guess. Yeah, it's not technically lethal here, and we don't have... Well, we have reach, right? So, let's make a thing. And make him block Nissa. Or make him attack Nissa. It's a lot of flyers. But we can block 2 of the flyers. If he wants to attack. He's on 2 mana. So it's not something too scary. Ow. Let's see if he forgets that I have reach. Because both of these has to come in. Oh, he did forget I have reach. Well then. GG. Oh no, look how big your board is. Not gonna matter. Math is for blockers. Do the math. I'm not even sure if this is lethal, but it's not like I have another play, so now you do the math here. Okay. I think he did the math. Maybe he doesn't die. Well, I will die anyway, so I'm not gonna last another turn. I don't think I lethal him though. Right? I don't think so, because board's really big. Yeah, I don't have enough forests in play, that's the problem. Well, top deck the forest didn't help there. GG! Oh! His board's gone. So, never mind. I GG too soon. So this is a 6, this is a 5, that's 11 damage. I'm not dead. He's at 15, so he's not dead either. He'll kill Nissa, and I have just a Sentinel. Let's see what he does. This isn't lifelink, right? So he doesn't have anything too scary. And I'm pretty sure he wants to hold things back. What can I actually draw? Another Collected Company will help. Another Nissa will help. Ah, he's going for lethal. Okay. That is not another Collected Company. Alright, so yeah, it is GG anyways. Almost had it. But the other embarrassment of losing to 2 land is because our opponent went first. Again, like I said, I feel like this deck is almost good enough, but not quite. And it might be the playstyle, it might be my luck, it might be just a little bit of cuts here or there. But I can't go craft the actual elves that you want to have that, you know, bust the whole board. That might be the problem, right? We were able to get a lot. Again, see, we never get to go first. That would be a very big problem with this deck. Even with Nissa out, we were able to cheat Nissa out on like turn 3 or 4. Not good enough. Just not good enough. Please, don't let me sit through our opponent roping on mulligan. That's the worst feeling. You know that you're gonna probably lose because your hand is terrible, but your opponent's already roping on the mulligan. They think it's a tournament or something. They have to get the best hand, do all the calculation. Our opponent's probably bring out his TI-89, making sure that all the calculations are done for their mono red burn or their stupid soldier deck or whatever they're running. Look at his sleeve. MMXXIII. What is M's? M is it 50? Or is that M 100? X is 10 and III is it 223? Is that what it is? I have no idea. I just know our opponent's roping. Why do they have rope timer for mulligan? Seriously. Why is a rope timer for mulligan like an hour? It's not like they're tournament play on arena. There's not even a spectator mode. And now they're roping their turn 1. I told you, right? Every time you see someone who ropes like 1,000 hours a turn, they're playing a red deck. Disgusting. Utterly disgusting. Alright, he's gonna kill my Jaspera Sentinel. This is the deck I beat last time. I don't know if it's the same person, but it was the same deck. They just, for some reason, they had 4 Frostbites in their opening hand and they kept it. They thought that was a good hand. Now I'm gonna have... Oh, Chandra.
This little candle's gonna set the world on fire. You're lucky this is a warning shot.
Guess we'll attack Chandra. You know, I only have 20 lands in this deck. We drew 5 in our, and then we drew 5 non-land cards. Yeah, you got it. Oh, look at that, another Chandra. You must be so good at this game. Is that why you rope an hour?
You're going down.
I mean, I am going down, but not for the reason that you thought. It's mainly because my deck is pissing me off. Alright, let's get... Nykthos is very good, but I might just need the Leaf Crowns. I can play this? Oh, yeah, I don't wanna. I wanna kill this.
No, why?
Now I have a big board. I just hope it doesn't have Brotherhood's End, because that will kill my board. He has 2 lands, or 2 cards and 4 lands. And 2 extra mana. Something's gonna happen, right? It's probably gonna -3 to kill 1. That's fine, my board is still pumped. And then I can Storm the Festival for 10. Do I have 10? 1, 2, this is 4, that's 6, 7, 8. Or 8 here. It won't have 10 for a while. Opponent starts roping. The brain power required to pilot a mono red deck is usually too much for mono red players. You can tell by, you know, they want to... Oh, look, Chandra, shiny. Card's so good. 7 mana. Must be a big spell coming. I don't even care. Just stop roping. You have 1 card. What could it be? Why didn't you -3? Okay. Okay. You're killing that, yeah. Let's just go for this. He's gonna go up to 4. And then he's gonna have a lot of mana for maybe another Shatter Skull. No?
This'll be easy.
Mountain. Enjoy it. Draw a card with Bankbuster. Just do it. Do I have no mana? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Top deck land will be 10. Didn't. Okay, one time! Not top decking land, one time. You know what? Let's make sure Chandra dies. Yeah, he could have a removal, right? So that's why everything else should attack Chandra. Just to make sure it dies. Draw another card? No? Cough? Okay. Planeswalker Central here, and I can't even beat it. Nice mountain. Alright, so 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. All 10 mana just to play Storm. Or I can attack Koth for 5. Draw a card in response, very nice. See, I could have top deck a land last turn, would have been great help. Top deck a land this turn means absolutely nothing. Yeah, your land, good job. Lots of mountain for you. Oh boy. The roll comes. Really? Someone's getting desperate. Top deck land again. How do we draw this many lands? 6 lands? 7 lands? How many cards do we draw? 1, 2... That's not even a card. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Minus the 2 we got from Storm, so... I'm speechless. You sure you want to do that? That's your crew. I don't even know what to say. We're gonna lose because we drew more lands than actual cards in a deck that only has 20 lands. Yeah.
Today's my lucky day.
Okay. This is how scary it is. We kept up with our opponent's lands, even though they have basically things that draw lands for them. Alright, at least that's not a land. So what are we gonna get? Galagreater into Galagreater? Galagreater into Dolwyn Elite? Get a tap treasure token. +1/+1, I guess. We didn't even get our Nykthos. We didn't even get our Circle of Dream Druid. All of those cards could have helped immensely. Now let's just take some damage. Whatever. Why does this game even matter?
This'll be easy.
I mean, it is easy when Arena helps you win, you know?
Wanted to make a really big fireball.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8.
I'll never forget the hole we lost.
I'll never forget the fact that I drew all the lands. Yeah, goodbye. You are so good at this game. I don't know. Arena is very frustrating to us. I was on Platinum 2 when I started trying to experiment. Now I'm on Platinum 4. This is how fast you can rank down, I guess. Again, I don't even think this is that bad of a deck, because I would say, if you know, gun to my head, that our deck is 1,000 times better than that mono-red deck, for sure. But, opponent goes first, they get their Planeswalkers while we get Plains, or we get Forest. Alright, this time, we're playing against a mirror deck, yet they're going to go first, and they're going to get the initiative on us. So, Mono Green Devotion. I can't even take out a force, huh? It has to be non-basic. Artifact, enchantment, or non-basic? Yeah, it's basically nothing to us. I feel like this is not going to end well either. Stiffer? 2 mana? How many mana is this at? Jeez. You know what would happen if I just bounce that land?
I will fight for you will not threaten this world.
Oh. Just gonna get a land now? Okay, this doesn't take out planeswalkers. So let's see. We'll play the Sentinel. We'll play the Greeter. Nope, can't cast it. I already played land. So this is 4, 5. 5 mana is not enough for Storm, so maybe I'll just hit Karn. What's that? 3. He just brings in Karn to die for that extra mana. Okay. Whiff, 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 whiff. Ah! 2 Cavaliers! Well, that's a real deck. Our opponent actually paid money, unlike us. So, might as well quit now. Alright, I'm gonna leave before this gets too embarrassing. Also, they gotta go first, right? If we gotta go first, we're gonna turn ahead of them. This would be a different game. How do we always go second? I don't understand. I'm losing all the way down. Shouldn't that get some, like, arena pity? Am I just that good of a player? I guess some people are really that bad at the game that even with the best deck, they still lose all the time. So they're gonna go first. Chase. At least I gotta do something to make myself feel better, okay? Leave me alone. We have 1 elf to play. We're gonna go first, which is unprecedented. I don't even know where to go from here, but being able to go first means turn 1, turn 2. Huh? What the heck is this? How? 4 lands and 4 non-land cards. Turn 1, turn 2, turn 3, and we'll see where we go from there. Blackcliff Cleave. Rakdos. When it dies, deal 2 damage and he gains 2 life. Okay. This adds 2. What the heck is this? What is this deck? I'm confused. But, you know, I don't think we drew anything other than lands since our opening hand. Right? Our first draw was a forest, our second draw was a forest, our third draw was Boseiju. Mayhem Devil. Okay, so that's the deck. Does he have sacks? Yo. Hey, this isn't cool.
Punch beside us.
That is totally not cool. This is totally not cool. I mean, non-land card, huh? My shaman? That's literally the only card. And then you tap your Castle Lockman? Why? Of all the lands you could have tapped. Aren't these all black? Okay. I mean, my Boseiju isn't really going to do anything. Oh. Well, I mean,
Forgive me.
if you're just going to do that, What are you gonna do now? This is 5 plus 5 plus 5, and this is also plus 5 plus 5, so that's a lot of damage. Well, I guess we got the rope going. Four mana. Is that all you want to do? You want to kill my Llanowar Elf too? Do it. Five mana. Very scary.
Harness the power of unity.
Hey, what if I do this?
United overrun.
I'm pretty sure this time the math works out.
Crush them underfoot.
GG. And here comes the rage quit. No, not rage quit, at least quitting like a normal person. So, Mono Green Devotion, right? This deck is not Mono Green Devotion. This deck is supposed to be Golgari Elf without the actual elf cards. So, unfortunate, but you know what? Like I said, I think this deck is good enough, almost to be an Explorer, but not competitive. And that's the problem. If you wanted to play a competitive deck, here's what you need to do, right? You're going to need to cut probably the Golgari. I do like the Golgari. I think it's very helpful, but you're definitely going to have to cut the Storm. And then you go here, you type in Elves. Why did I type plural? You type Elf, and you're going to have to put in the Elvish... then I passed it. Why is it not... This used to be in alphabetical order. Now it's by set. For some reason. Alright, it was the Elvish War Master. Maybe I just passed it and didn't see it. There it is. Elvish War Master. You're going to have this because you can create elf tokens whenever you have an elf come into play. But more importantly, if you have a lot of mana, you can buff all of your elves that way. That's a big deal. And another elf you need to have in the 3-drop category is the Elvish Pumper. We had it somewhere. It's a 3-drop, so it's going to be hard to find since Arena decided they don't like alphabetical order. What is it called? Elvish Envoy? No. Elvish Evolutionary? I don't remember what that elf is called. Oh, it's also a 2-drop. That's why it's right here. The Elvish Chan Caller. So other elves gets +1/+1. So this and the War Master, it's right next to each other. This and the War Master is what buffs the whole board and makes it so that your board is actually threatening early game. Of course, we don't have that because we're not giving Arena all of our money. So that's why this deck is still good. I would say that you can still have fun playing it. Just don't expect to win, 50% of the time. A lot of times it does require you to go first to kind of have that early game 1-drop actually matter. And if you're good at the game though, here's the thing. If you're good at Magic, I don't recommend it. You're not going first in Arena. So you're not going to be able to have the 1-drops actually matter. And if they don't matter, you're just going to get overrun. If you're really good at Magic in Arena, you just play Blue-Eye Control, okay? That's the only deck that can stand a chance when it's not going first. That's my opinion. That's the way I feel every time I play, so that's why a lot of these decks turns frustrating to play. But if you're just playing to have fun, this deck still is very, very fun. And if you have sort of an affinity to elf decks back in the days when you used to play, maybe when Elf Ball was a really big thing in Legacy, Standard, maybe a Modern at some point. Yeah, this is another version of that deck that can have fun, right? The Elf Ball doesn't require an X spell. The Elf Ball that now requires you playing Nissa and overrunning our opponent. Right? A lot of decks don't ask for Nissa on Decklist. I think that's a mistake. Having Nissa out is so good because we have a lot of forests. We get a lot of creatures out, and then what better ways to get +1/+1 for each forest on all the creatures, and we go wide. And that's all I got. That's all I got for you today. Thank you very much for joining me on this Friday Night Explorer, and I'll see you guys next time.